Okay. August the 12th, Nehemiah 3:15 through 5:13. Solon, the son of Hosea, leader of the district of Mizpah, repaired the foundation gate. He built it, covered it, hung its doors with bolts and bars, and repaired the wall of the pool of Shelah by the king's garden, as far as the stairs down to the city of David. After him, Nehemiah, the son of Aspa, leader of the half district of Beth Zur, made repairs as far as the place in the front of the tombs of David to the man-made pool and as far as the house of the mighty. After him, the Levites under Zupham, the son of Benai, made repairs. Next to him, Hezekiah, leader of the half district of Keilah, made repairs for his district. After him, the brethren under Beva, the son of Hadiadad, leader of the other half of the district of Keilah, made repairs. And next to him, Ezar, the son of Yeshua, the leader of Mizpah, repaired another section in front of the ascent to the armory at the buttress. After him, Barak, son of Zabai, carefully repaired the other section from the buttress to the door of the house of Esabub, the high priest. After him, Meremoth, the son of Uriah, the son of Kos, repaired another section from the door of the house of Esabeb to the end of the house of Esabeb. After him, the priests, the men of the plain, made repairs. After him, Benjamin and Hesabab made repairs opposite their house. After them, Azariah, the son of Manasseh, the son of Ananiah, made repairs by his house. After him, Benanui, the son of Haniadad, repaired another section from the house of Azariah to the buttress, even as far as a corner. Alal, the son of Uzara, made repairs opposite of the buttress and on the tower which projects from the king's upper house that was by the court of the prison. After him, Pedaniah, the son of Peshash, made repairs. Moreover, Nehemiah, who dwelt in Ophel, made repairs as far as the place in the front of the water gate towards the east and on the projecting tower. After them, the Tokenites repaired another section next to the great projecting tower and as far as the wall of Ophel. Beyond the horse gate, the priests made repairs, each in front of his own house. After them, Zodok, the son of Imar, made repairs in front of his own house. After him, Shemari, the son of Shechemiah, the keeper of the east gate, made repairs. After him, Hananiah, the son of Shemaiah, and Hanu, the the sixth son of Zaphalai, made repairs to another section. After him, Meshaluam, the son of Barakai, made repairs in front of his dwelling. After him, Manajiah, one of the goldsmiths, made repairs as far as the house of the Nephim and the merchants in front of Mekabad gate as far as the upper room of the corner. And between the upper room and the corner, as far as the sheep's gate, the goldsmith and the merchants made repairs. But it so happened when Shambalat heard that they were rebuilding the wall, that he was furious and very indignant and mocked the Jews. And he spoke before his brethren and the army of Samaria and said, "What are these feeble Jews doing? Will they fortify themselves? Will they offer sacrifices? Will they complete it in a day? Will they revive the stones from the heaps of the rubbish, stones that are burned?" Now Tobash the Ammonite was beside him and said, "Whatever they build, even if a fox goes up on it, it will break down their stone wall. Hear, O our God, for we are despised. Turn their reproach on their own heads and give them as plunder to the land of captivity. Do not cover their iniquity and do not let their sin be blotted out before you, for they have provoked you to anger before the builders." So we built the wall, and the entire wall was joined together up to half its height, for the people had a mind to work. Now it happened when Sanballat, Tobiah, and the Arabs and the Amorites and the Ashdodites heard that the wall of Jerusalem was being restored and the gaps were being closed, that they became very angry, and all of them conspired together to come and attack Jerusalem and create confusion. Nevertheless, we made our prayer to our God, and because of them, we set a watch against them day and night. Then Judah said, "The strength of our laborers is failing, and there is so much rubbish that we are not able to build the wall." And so our adversaries said, they will neither know nor see anything till we come into their midst and kill them and cause the work to cease. So it was when the Jews who dwelt near them came that they told us 10 times, from whatever place you turn, they will be upon us. Therefore, I positioned men behind the lower parts of the wall and on the openings, and set the people according to their families, with their swords, with their spears, and with their bows. And I looked and arose, and said to the nobles and the leaders and the rest of the people, do not be afraid of them. Remember, the Lord is great and awesome, and fight for your brethren, your sons, your daughters, your wives, and your houses. And it happened when our enemies heard that it was known to us, and that God had brought their plot to nothing, that all of us returned to the wall, everyone to his work. So it was that time on that half of my servants worked on construction, while the other half held spears and shields and bows, and wore armor, and the leaders were behind all the houses of Judah. But those who built on the wall and those who carried burdens loaded themselves, so that one hand they worked on construction, and with the other held a weapon. Every one of the builders had his sword girded at his side as he built, and the one who sounded the trumpet was beside me. Then I said to the nobles, the rulers, and the rest of the people, the work is great and extensive, and we are separated far from one another on the wall. Wherever you hear the sound of a trumpet, rally to us there. Our God will fight for us. So we labored in the work. Half of the men held the spears from daybreak until the stars appeared. At the same time, I also said to the people, let each man and by his servant stay at night in Jerusalem, that they may be our guard at night and a working party by day. So neither I, my brethren, my servants, nor the men of my guard who followed me took off our clothes, except that everyone took them off for washing. And there was a great outcry from the people and their wives against the Jewish brethren. For there were those who said, we, our sons and our daughters, are men, therefore let us get grain that we may eat and live. There were also some who said, we have mortgaged our lands and vineyards and houses that we might buy grain because of the famine. There were also those who said, we have borrowed money for the king's tax on our lands and vineyards, yet now our flesh is the flesh of our brethren, and our children as our children. And indeed, we are forcing our sons and our daughters to be slaves, and some of our daughters have been brought into slavery. It is not in our power to redeem them, for other men have our lands and vineyards. And I became very angry when I heard their outcry and these words. After serious thought, I rebuked the nobles and rulers and said to them, each of you is exacting mercy from your brother. So I called a great assembly against them and said to them, according to our ability, we have redeemed our Jewish brethren, so that we brethren who were sold to the nations. Now indeed, will you even sell your brethren, or should they be sold to us? Then they were silenced and found nothing to say. Then I said, what you are doing is not good. Should you not walk in the fear of our God because of the reproach of the nations and our enemies? I also, with my brethren and my servants, I am lending them money and grain. Please let us stop this hearsay. Restore to them, even to this day, their land and their vineyards, their olive groves, their houses, their also 100th of the money and the grain and the new wine and oil that you have charged them. So they said, we will restore it and will require nothing from them. We will do as you say. Then I called all the priests and required an oath from them that they would not do according to this promise. Then I shook out the fold of my garments and said, so may God shake out each man from his house and from his property who does not perform this promise. Even thus may he be shaken out and emptied. And all the assembly said, amen, and praised the Lord. Then the people did according to the promise. 1 Corinthians 7:25-40. Now concerning virgins, I have no command from the Lord, yet I give judgment as one whom the Lord in his mercy has made trustworthy. I suppose, therefore, that it is good, because of this present distress, that it is good for a man to remain as he is. Are you bound to a wife? Do not seek to be loosed. Are you loosed from a wife? Do not seek a wife. But even if you do marry, you have not sinned. And if a virgin marries, she has not sinned. Nevertheless, such will have trouble in the flesh, but I would spare you. But I say, brethren, the time is short, so that from now on, even those who have wives should be as though they have none, those who weep as though they did not weep, Those who rejoice as though they did not rejoice, those who buy as though they do not possess, and those who use this world as not misusing it. For the form of this world is passing away. But I want you to be without care. He who is unmarried cares for things of the Lord. Now he may please, how he may please the Lord. But he who is married cares about the things of the world, how he may please his wife. There is a difference between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman cares about the things of the Lord, that she may be both whole, he may be holy both in body and spirit. But she who is married cares about the things of the world, how she may please her husband. And this I say for your own profit, that I may that not that I may put a leash on you, but for what is proper, and that you may serve the Lord without distraction. But if any man thinks he is behaving improperly toward a virgin, if she is past the flower of her youth, and thus it must be, let him do what he wishes. He does not sin, let them marry. Nevertheless, he who stands steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but has the power of his own will, and has determined in his heart that he will keep his virgin, does well. So then he who gives her in marriage does well, but he who does not give her in marriage does better. A wife is bound by the law as long as her husband lives, but if the husband dies, she is at liberty to be married to whom she wishes, only in the Lord. But she is happier, she remains as she is, according to my judgment. And I think also I I think I also have the Spirit of God. Psalms 32, 1 through 11, a Psalm of David, a compilation. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Blessed is a man to whom the Lord does not impute iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no deceit. When I kept silent, my bones grew old through my groaning all day long. For the day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My vitality was turned into the drought of summer. Selah. I acknowledge my sin to you, and my iniquity I have not hidden. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the iniquity of my sin. Selah. For this cause, everyone who is godly shall pray to you in a time when you may be found. Surely in a flood of great waters, they shall not come near him. You are my hiding place. You shall preserve me from trouble. You shall surround me with songs of deliverance. Selah. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye. Do not be like the horse or the mule, which have no understanding, which must be harnessed with a bit and bridle, else they would not come near you. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he who trusts in the Lord, mercy shall surround him. Be glad in the Lord and rejoice, you righteous, and shout for joy, all you upright in heart. Proverbs 21, 5 through 7. The plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty surely to poverty. Getting treasures by a lying tongue is a fleeting fantasy of those who seek death. The violence of the wicked will destroy them because they refuse to do justice. Okay. See y'all tomorrow.